What's up, desktopers? Xavier Wills here for Desktop Bodybuilding, and in this video I give you the results plus my review of the 2022 Brazil Pro. I break down the top 3 pose by pose, give you the top 5 results, and also let you know who's going to that 2022 Mr Olympia. Also, Rafael Brandao does a little guest posing as well. I break down how he's looking under 6 months out from that 2022 Mr Olympia. All that plus much more coming up in this video, guys. I hope you enjoy it. What's up, desktopers? Now, before I get into this one, I want to encourage you guys, if you like and appreciate this content, please give this video a thumbs up, smash that like button, also subscribe and hit the notification bell button. That way you'll be notified of every video that goes up for myself, Xavier Wills at Desktop Bodybuilding. I definitely encourage you to do that because I've got a new podcast launching next week, and here's some of the podcast members. We've got Nathan Diasha, Brett Wilkin, and Martin Fitzwater, and we're going to have a few other guys that rotate through there as well. So we've got some huge names, so make sure you do subscribe and check out that podcast when it goes live. It's also going to have a bit of a listener Q&A as well, so make sure you check out the Desktop Bodybuilding Instagram page. That'll be posted up during the week, this week coming up, so you guys can get involved with the podcast as well. And let me know in the comments below if you have any names for that podcast, because we haven't actually decided on one yet, so let me know in the comments below on that. So let's go through it, and I'll give you guys the top 5, and then we'll break down the top 3 pose by pose. So in 5th place, we had Douglas Silva. This guy actually looks like a 212 guy. I don't know why he wasn't in the 212s, because he looks fantastic and he's much shorter than some of these other guys, but his conditioning was absolutely awesome. Very, very densely muscled, and just overall his shape was really, really nice. So very, very impressed with Douglas Silva. In 4th place, we had Bruno Santos. This guy was a much taller, much bigger guy overall. Conditioning not quite as good. Shape was very, very nice, and I think he deserved that 4th spot there as well. Now the top 3, in 3rd place, we got William Martins, who's in the middle of this top 3 call out. On the left, we got Wellington Fernando, who placed 2nd. And then on the right, we got Vitor Boff. So let's go pose by pose. So from the left, we got Wellington, who looks fantastic. He's got a great shape. Very, very impressed. He's got good quads. Really, he's not missing too much. You could say his biceps could be a little bit more peaky on that front double, but you're just sort of picking hairs at that point. His conditioning looks really, really good as well. In the middle, William Martins. His physique just isn't as pretty on those front shots just because of his midsection. He's got a very long torso compared to his legs, and it just sort of doesn't, I suppose, it just doesn't flow and look as aesthetic as these other guys. Then you've got Vitor Boff on the far right. Probably the most complete bodybuilder, I'd say, on this pose, but not as aesthetic as Wellington is. So that one's probably between the two guys on the outside there, Wellington and Vitor. Let's move on to the front lat spread, and on this one's pretty close. I mean, I would say it's, you can really break it down any sort of which way. I think William Martins in the middle looks more aesthetic on this pose just because of where he's able to actually put his hands. He's got some huge shoulders, huge arms. Wellington looks really aesthetic again on this pose. And then you got Vitor Boff, who probably looks the most impressive because he's so conditioned, and he's probably, the biggest or equal biggest there with William Martins on that shot. Then we move into the side chest. This is William Martin's shot. He looks fantastic on this one. His upper body is absolutely enormous. He's conditioned pretty damn well there as well. Wellington, you can see he's not quite as thick, so this shot doesn't look as impressive for him. So I'd probably say this is William Martin's shot with Vitor Boff challenging him very, very hard on that one. Just because from the waist down, I think Vitor beats out William, but William on the upper body is absolutely insane. Then we move into the back double bicep. Really like the look of Wellington's back here. Very, very symmetrical, very, very balanced, very round. William Martins, some freakiness there as well in the lower body and upper body. I think he just needs overall a little bit more back to match those crazy delts and arms. And then Vitor Boff, very, very impressive, very, very dense on this pose. Then we move into the rear lat spread, and you can see here Wellington on the far left. Really good shoulder to waist ratio. Back comes out really, really nicely. Not as conditioned as these other guys from the waist down in the legs. Just not quite as dry, really. Because you can see William Martins there in the middle. Very, very conditioned in the legs. And also Vitor Boff. While he doesn't have as deep lines as William Martin, he definitely has a hardness to his physique on that rear lat spread. Then we move into the side tricep. Now this one's pretty damn close. I'd say Wellington on the far left is probably the most impressive there just because he looks so aesthetic. William Martins, I mean, not a bad pose for him, but I'd say he's 3rd on this one. And Vitor Boff, I'd have him challenging with Wellington on this pose. Probably Vitor Boff winning it just because he's so thick and so impressive. And then we move on to the ab and thigh. Now, they're not all hitting it traditionally. You've got obviously Wellington on the left looking very, very impressive. Vitor Boff's conditioning looks insane on that one. And I'd say William Martin's probably isn't quite as aesthetic on that ab pose. Then we move on to the most muscular, and Vitor Boff looks crazy impressive here on the far right. Very, very conditioned, a lot of muscle on that physique as well. William Martin's very, very good on this pose as well. He's got crazy traps, huge delts, and overall his conditioning looks pretty good. So I'd say he's probably second on that one. And then Wellington, he looks great on this pose as well. Obviously, it's more of a muscle pose, and he doesn't have quite as much muscle as these other guys, but he looks really, really nice and aesthetic on that pose. So that one's a reasonably close pose, but I'd say Vitor is winning this one. So I got to say, I agree with the decision. I think Vitor Boff was the deserving winner, but I'd say Wellington Fernando is coming, and he's got a great physique. This is his pro debut. Super, super impressed with him placing in second there. But let me know what you think in the comments below about the top three and about the results. Do you agree? Do you think Wellington Phoenix should have won? Do you think William Martins maybe should have won? Or do you agree with the decision that Vitor Boff won this and qualified for the 2022 Mr Olympia? Let me know what you think he can do at the 2022 Mr Olympia as well. Will he be one of those guys outside the top 10, or can his conditioning and just his overall look push him inside that top 10? Let me know in the comments below. But when he's actually presented his award, he actually posed down next to Rafael Brandao. Rafael just ripped his shirt off and then just hit a front double bicep, which I thought was cool. Rafael's obviously, you know, the big Brazilian bodybuilding name right now. Very, very popular bodybuilder, and for good reason as well. He's got a great aesthetic physique. He's almost like a pumped up Bob Paris, and Bob Paris was my favorite physique from back in the 90s, and really my favorite physique of all time, to be honest. And Rafael Brandao sort of emulates that with more muscle now, and he's looking fantastic. He always stays in pretty damn good shape in his off season. Will he be big enough to place top 10 at the 2022 Mr Olympia? Let me know what you think in the comments below. Looking at him here next to Vitor, you can sort of see how he's got more muscle and he's just a more aesthetic bodybuilder. So I think Vitor will have a tough time at Olympia, but I think that if he can come in ultra sharp, he has a chance to push inside that top 10 and catch a few guys that are slightly off. But let me know what you think in the comments below about all that. And guys, if you like and appreciate this content, please give this video a thumbs up, smash that like button, also subscribe and hit the notification bell button. That way you'll be notified of every video that goes up for myself, Xavier Wills at Desktop Bodybuilding. So for Xavier Wills, Desktop Bodybuilding, we are out.